Hello, everyone. Wow, it is good to see you all back in my office. And this is day one of Plan Like a Pro and Be the Boss of Your Kitchen for guaranteed weight loss. And let me tell you something, this is not just rhetoric. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to be sharing some pretty powerful tips, that all you really have to do is incorporate just even a few of them into your routine for just minutes a day. That's going to make a huge difference in your ability to finally shed that weight. All right, so today specifically, I'm going to be talking about the first and most important tool to plan like a pro to guarantee those weight loss results. So if you feel overwhelmed or distracted by your busy life, maybe you start the day with the best of intentions, but something gets in the way most every day. Maybe you're, meeting a friend for lunch and it's your favorite burger place that you guys always meet at, or let's say you have some sort of luncheon, a bridal shower, whatever. Any sort of social event in which you don't have control over the menu. Maybe you're traveling, you just have a busy travel schedule, you have to eat all 3 meals out. And maybe you're in a location where you're really excited to experience the local cuisine. Maybe you just leave the house kind of in a rush every day, and then of course you're in your car and you need to eat, you're hungry. So if any of these resonate with you, this video is for you. So again, this is part one of Plan Like a Pro and Be the Boss of Your Kitchen for guaranteed weight loss results. All right, first off, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Stacy Portugal. I'm a board certified life coach. I specialize in weight loss coaching. And I am the creator of the 10-Day Detox. I'm also the creator of my 12-week small group coaching called Sugar Breakthrough, and an upcoming brand new program called 14 Days to Sugar Freedom, in which we will be working together a sugar detox for 2 weeks. This is a mini group coaching session, and we will be working a sugar detox plan together. So I'm really super excited about that. But I help women gain control over their cravings so that they can easily pass up temptation and land at their ideal weight. So if you're live right now, please say hello, and just say hello and tell me the city that you're watching from. If you're watching on replay, which I know most of you do, could you just do me a favor and type in replay? It's really helpful for me to know how people are viewing my content. All right, so today I'm going to share with you the first and, in my opinion, the most important step so that you can plan for guaranteed weight loss. And here's the thing, guys, I have no problem saying the word guaranteed weight loss, because this step is so powerful for so many reasons that it does actually guarantee you weight loss if you work it the way I'm going to show you today. So first I want to answer the question of, why is planning important for weight loss? So why do you need to plan like a pro? Why did I choose that as a topic for this 3-day workshop? What is it about planning that can guarantee your success? There's a favorite saying that I love. It's, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that applies to so many areas of our life. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Bill. Hey, Beth. Glad you guys are all here. Feel free to say hello. You can just type it in the comments. So when you think about other areas of your life, planning is really a crucial part of any success formula. Think about, like, if you're having a dinner party or you're having a holiday at your house. You know, you need to plan certain things in order for that dinner party, that holiday to be successful. You need to know what you're serving. You need to come up with a menu. You may also need to consider anyone's food allergies. That's part of your planning process. You need to know how many guests you're inviting so you can set the table. Maybe you're going to make place cards. Maybe it's more of a formal get-together. If this is a religious event, do you need, to pass out like the prayers for people? Or are there any tools or resources that you can provide your guests that would make it more of a successful evening? So these are just things that you'll need to plan for. Now let's take the idea of planning and put it into a more professional context, although making a great party takes loads of skill. So let's say you've been given a project at work and you really want to be like a rock star in your boss's eyes. So you decide that you have to kind of figure out what is the goal of the project. You want to make sure you have a really key understanding of the goal of the project. You want to understand the resources that you have at your disposal, both in-house, your team members, different departments, plus at your company, you might be outsourcing some things. You're going to need to come up with a step-by-step plan so that you can reach the goal of the project. You're going to need to, once you come up with your step-by-step, you'll need to assign different aspects of the plan to your team members. You're going to create those teams. And then you may also be outsourcing. You're going to prepare for any snags, which means that you'll need to plan for some wiggle room in your deadlines. And really, this is just, these examples are just small examples of how planning for success can really, really make all the difference in whether or not you're going to be guaranteed success. So you want to do as much planning with every detail as possible. But here's the thing you might be asking yourself. Do I need to be a type A personality or highly organized in order to plan like a pro for weight loss? And here's the answer to that. No. The truth is, what I'm going to share with you in the next few days are just a few simple but highly effective tips that literally will just take minutes of your time. And all you have to do from all the tips I'm going to share, if you only implement one or two of them, you're going to be successful in your weight loss. Wow, more people are joining. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Pat. Feel free, guys, say hello, comment. I really want to say hello. And if you're watching on replay later in the day, please go ahead and type in replay in the comments. Okay, so the best part of the tip that I'll be sharing, all these tips that I'll be sharing, is literally they take just minutes. And for just minutes a day, you will be a pro at planning for your own weight loss success. So let's dive into the first tip to help you plan like a pro. Even if you feel like you're short on time, you're not type A, you're not super organized, my first and most important tip that I would tell any client who's working with me is, ready? Track your food. All right, before you judge, hear me out. First of all, let's define what the word tracking means in the world of weight loss. And what that means is you are keeping track of everything you put into your mouth, food, drink, anything. And so you could track exercise. Personally, I don't recommend it for my clients unless you are, maybe you're a marathon runner, maybe you're a triathlete, maybe you're a fitness instructor. That's different. You're getting excessive amounts of activity. But for most of us who are working out, 30 minutes to an hour most days of the week, it's really not necessary to track your exercise, because the truth of the matter is it's not your goal to add back calories. So you may be tracking your exercise for other reasons. It could be part of your motivation, ways to keep track, and that's perfectly fine. But we don't want to add back calories unless there is a reason to do so. And this is ways that I personalize my programs for my clients. So let's talk about what are the benefits of tracking. Why would I make a whole Facebook Live about tracking, and why would I state that it will guarantee your weight loss results? First benefit, it's a reality check, folks. You can track calories, you can track macronutrients, whatever you choose. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about which is more beneficial in this broadcast, so just stay tuned. But it really, really gives you the reality check. How many calories are you eating in a day? What's your macro balance? Like, this is the way that you're going to take the drama out of weight loss, and you are going to rely on just pure science. Let me tell you, the world of nutrition changes all the time. But the truth of the matter is, one thing we know for sure is calories do count. They just do. It's just a proven fact. And macronutrients are the more detailed ways. They follow the course of calories because macronutrients have calories. So your calories naturally fall into place if you're tracking macros. Now, I'll dive into the question as long as I'm talking about it. Is it better to track calories or macronutrients? Well, honestly, either one can work because they're both very valid. But the truth is, you could be tracking calories but still not losing weight. I want to say that again because this is an absolute fact. You could be tracking your calories, staying within an allotted limit that you should be losing weight, but you may not be losing weight because you're not aware of your macronutrients. And again, these are things I work on in my group coaching programs, in my one-on-one coaching. I help my clients understand macronutrients and how to rebalance their macros. So which is better? In my opinion, it's macros. But if you really love the idea of calories, that's great if it's working for you. If it's not working for you, you need to rely more on science and dig a little deeper. Okay, first benefit of tracking is that it is your reality check, okay? Secondly, it ups your level of awareness. So you can learn so much from your tracker. Just reviewing what you eat on a day-to-day basis, you're gonna start noticing patterns in your eating behavior. Like, let's say every afternoon you start diving into the pantry. That's that's really valuable information. And yeah, you might know that because that might be just super glaringly obvious. But the truth of the matter is you're going to notice things that are super obvious and things that are not so super obvious. And these are the things you should be working on. So you're going to up your level of awareness. You'll notice your eating behavior. You may gain clarity on particular challenges. Again, some obvious, some not so obvious. And by upping your level of awareness and by having a reality check, it helps you to manage your expectations at the scale. So we're kind of letting go of the drama and we're relying on science when we track. Also, tracking helps you to create a layer of accountability, if only to yourself. You may be working with a coach or a friend in which you are sharing your diary, but if only creating accountability for yourself, tracking is the most valuable tool. You know, I have a lot of people, they'll start tracking and then like the day falls apart and they just stop tracking because they don't want to have to face and record what they've eaten. That alone is information. So having a layer of accountability is really one of the most important things that you can do to guarantee your own success. Also, another benefit of tracking, it helps you to gain a deeper understanding of what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And that's where you can really review the day, start looking at what you're eating, maybe even digging a little deeper, as I do, into the balance of macronutrients and adjusting as you need to. You know, in my practice, I help women master all levels of low carb living. I do it from the simplest, most basic, let's cut out processed foods, to I want to be on a ketogenic diet. And I help them manage and learn about all steps in between. And really, it's their tracker that we rely on that gives us the data we need to make sure they get success at the scale. Another benefit of tracking, it helps you to plan your food and really commit to it. And by planning your food each and every day, you are ensured that you are going to reach your calorie or macronutrient goals. So it's literally a no-brainer for you the rest of the day. You're going to eat what you've tracked, what you've committed to, what you planned, period. And chances are, if you planned for it and you know that you're meeting your calorie or macronutrient goal, you're going to make sure that you are satisfied. Those meals are going to be delicious without your having to just, oh my gosh, I'm starving. What am I eating for lunch? You know how you just grab whatever's in the fridge with really not much thought. And you really don't have to make any more decisions when it comes to food for the rest of the day. Did you know that Americans make about 200 food decisions each and every day? And the truth is, the more decisions that you have on the fly, the more that you are likely to be in high risk situations that are going to take you off plan. So honestly, less decisions mean more success. Screw willpower. It's a total fallacy that it's all about willpower. No. Losing weight, guys, is about building skills that bring you success. And one of those skills is planning, and the best way to reach that goal of planning is to track. One less benefit I want to discuss, and that is your tracker has all the answers. Your tracker holds the key to why you're not shedding that weight. Why are those stubborn pounds still on your body when you feel like you're doing everything you can to lose weight, but you're just not seeing results on the scale? Start tracking, get the data. And let me tell you something. You might be surprised at what you learn from your tracker. In fact, I recommend that people become more data-driven because it really does take the drama out. I mean, how many times have I felt sorry for myself that I don't lose weight like other people? Why is this person losing weight? I feel like I'm doing everything right. I'm staying within calories. I'm staying within my points. But I can't lose weight. I'm not cheating. I just can't lose weight. So by having all this data that your tracker can provide for you, it's going to help you tweak your plan so that you are guaranteed results. Now, there's lots of different ways to track, okay? You can use pen and paper. You can use like a Google Doc if you're sharing it with somebody. What I recommend is to use a tracking app. They are amazing. They also allow you to share your diary with people, so that brings in that deeper layer of accountability if you choose. I recommend specifically MyFitnessPal. It's the one that I've been working with for a long time. It's probably, I'd say, the top 2 free tracking apps. And here's the thing, because it's more popular, what that means is that it has a larger, more reliable database of foods. So it's important, whatever app you choose one that is widely used. MyFitnessPal relies on something called crowdsourcing to build their database of foods. And I'm not going to go through all this right now. Actually, for those people who've registered for to get the replays of this broadcast of all 3 days, because I know not everyone can make every live broadcast, and I will be taking these broadcasts down. But if you would like to get the replay, you can register, and I am going to put the registration info. All you got to do is click on the link. I'll put it in the comments as soon as I'm done. But if you register, you're going to get some bonuses, which is pretty cool. You're going to get a MyFitnessPal cheat sheet. So you really learn how to make MyFitnessPal super, super convenient so that tracking is like a one-touch process. You're also going to get a meal prep for everyone video, and you're going to get my favorite go-to recipe so that when you're in a rush, when you know you have to get out the door, you have your go-to stuff that you can track easily that is going to keep you on plan. Okay, so I promise I'll put that in the link right after this broadcast. So MyFitnessPal or other free apps will do the trick. The free version is absolutely fine of MyFitnessPal. If you want to pay, you could get the extended version, the premium, up to you. I don't make money on MyFitnessPal, so full disclosure, I am not related to MyFitnessPal in any way, shape, or form. I just really love this app, and I've been using it for probably close to 10 years, and I think it's a great app, and I think it's pretty user-friendly. But also MyFitnessPal in particular does offer one-touch tracking where you can create foods, create meals, you can repeat meals, you can drop a pin at a restaurant and just see their menu, so it's very easy and quick tracking. You can even scan a barcode and you can act like you work at the grocery store. So you can scan it, and although you can look at a nutrition label, of course, but you can even scan it if you know you're buying it, scan it, get it into your database, and you're good to go. So it's all good stuff. Again, I don't make money on MyFitnessPal. That's just my recommendation. But I do consider tracking to be an essential step that can and will produce weight loss, guaranteed weight loss, if you are consistent. So you might be thinking right now, well, you know what, my life is super busy. Like, how am I going to incorporate tracking into my already crazy schedule? Well, here's the thing. The first thing you need to do is you need to build a habit. I talk a lot about habits and routines, essentially the same thing. Bottom line is, without building the skills of weight loss, some of which are creating healthy habits, you're not likely to lose weight or at the very least maintain that weight loss. So this is about building a habit. And here's what it takes to build a habit. You have to be super persistent. Even if you forget, it's okay. You'll catch up your tracker at that moment. You have to persevere, and you can't make a big deal out of it because there is going to be a learning curve. You should be setting lots of reminders, sticky notes, pop-up calendar reminders. You can use MyFitnessPal reminder to make sure it gets done and to make sure that that habit is going to take hold. Honestly, it could take about 4 months to build a habit. So be patient with yourself, but this is such an important tool to planning like a pro that it's really well worth it. And expect it of yourself. Like, you can't build a habit if you're not really dedicated and if you're not buying into the importance of the habit, and if you're not expecting yourself to do what it takes to build a habit that you know is really essential for your success. I mean, aren't you getting tired of being on the diet merry-go-round? Don't you want to start building some solid foundational practices that are going to make a huge difference in your ability to lose weight and maintain that weight loss? I would also suggest to create a habit of pre-tracking your day as much as possible. I talked about the benefits a little bit earlier. When you pre-track, you're committed to that day. You know, not that you can't be flexible if needed, of course, but you're committed. You're not relying on any spur of the moment decisions, which could put you at high risk for going off plan. So really try to pre-track as much as possible and set up reminders. And here's the thing, this is a very small investment of time. We're talking just a few minutes per day. So what I suggest is finding a time during the day. Everyone has a few minutes. I mean, I don't know about you, but I wake up in the morning, I have a cup of coffee. It is during my coffee hour, or 10 minutes, depending on the day, that I'm going to take a quick look at my tracker. I'm going to plan my day as best as I can. And I know that I will correct my tracker if things change. But by knowing what I'm going to eat, it actually takes some stress off my plate. Yeah, I mean, you might be a little stressed when you're trying to lose weight and you're saving all these last minute decisions. So it's really worth just building a habit of finding that time in the day when it's super convenient and you're really just sitting and maybe taking care of a few other, pieces of business for your life. So, find that time of day. It might be when you're having your morning coffee. It might be the night before bed. Before you kind of settle into bed, read your book, whatever, why not track the next day? Could be also as you're cleaning up from dinner. That's another really great time to track because you can also start prepping and preparing. Okay, enough on that. So, let's see, I want to make sure I don't leave anything out for you. Let me ask you a question. How would it feel to know that simply by following your menu for the day, you'll lose weight? It's as simple as just following your pre-tracked menu, putting some thought into what am I going to eat today that's going to be in compliance with my calories or my macros. What am I going to eat today? How would that feel to know that all you have to do is follow the menu that you've prepped? So simple. The whole idea is turning this into a no-brainer, and that's just one of the many benefits that tracking provides. Knowing when you're going to eat and what you're going to eat is going to keep you full, satiated. It's going to help you tweak your menu day to day. Maybe you've learned from your tracker that late afternoon snacking is a problem, so maybe you're actually going to build a planned snack that's going to be really satisfying and delicious. And it's going to alleviate all the, late afternoon binges. What about that? How would that feel to you? Using your tracker as a planner is one of the most important benefits of tracking. It's actually going to help you plan for your day, even if you have maybe a luncheon or you're going out to a restaurant. We're going to talk more about social events, but your tracker is your planning tool, and it's going to help you think ahead and navigate your busy life for just a few minutes a day. So it's not too late to register for the to have all these replays. It's not too late to register. Registration is closing, however, very soon. So I do recommend, if you want to register, that you should probably do that, in the next few days. Okay, so I'm going to have to put that up after this live broadcast. I apologize that I don't have that up, but go ahead and register. You're going to get a whole bunch of other stuff with it. Now, let me give you a summary really quickly of what we talked about today so that you can kind of absorb everything I've shared with you. This is Plan Like a Pro. And why is planning like a pro super important? This is something that we talked about today, just why it's important to incorporate planning so that you can guarantee your weight loss. And it just takes minutes a day, and you don't actually need to be a type A personality at all, and you don't need to be highly organized. My number one tip to plan is, in fact, tracking. We talked about all the benefits of tracking. We defined tracking, and then we talked about the fact that there are many benefits, such as tracking provides you with a reality check. It increases your awareness. It creates accountability. It helps you identify what's working for you and what's not. Your tracker honestly has all the answers, and it helps you plan your day to minimize any slip-ups. You can use MyFitnessPal or any other free app. I just recommend using an app that's pretty popular. It's more likely to have the database that you'll need. We also talked about how to incorporate tracking into your busy life. And look, how would this feel to know that all you have to do is follow the plan that you've set forth for yourself that's personalized for your day, you know, whatever's going on in your day, that's personalized for your own tastes, your own goals, that is going to actually guarantee you weight loss if you just follow it. I mean, how would that feel to make losing weight this simple for just minutes a day? How would it feel to let go of the struggle of gaining and losing those same 10 pounds over and over again? And unfortunately, for many of us, that 10-pound marker can be increasing. You know, what your 10-pound range was now may not have been the same 10-pound range that you had years ago. How would that feel to start building the routines, the habits, like tracking, that are going to be so instrumental in your ability to lose weight and maintain your weight the rest of your life? Tomorrow on day 2, I'm going to be live here at 4 p.m. Central, and I'm going to be talking about tips to make your kitchen weight loss friendly. These are going to be really crucial tips, again, that will take just minutes, not even minutes a day. It could be minutes a week, so that you will have everything you need on hand for weight loss success. And so part of planning like a pro is not just having, you know, your food planned out, but it's also making sure that you have what you need on hand. And I'm going to be sharing a whole bunch of tips on day 2 tomorrow, right here on this channel, Go From Cravings to Control. In fact, feel free to invite people to this page if you think they might be interested. But I'll see you back here for day 2. I'm going to put the link right now in the comments. There's a lag, so just give me a few minutes and I will get that link in so that you can register to get all the replays in case you can't join us tomorrow or Wednesday or Friday. So you'll get all the replays plus the e-guide on MyFitnessPal cheat sheet, food prep for everyone video, and you're also going to get one more thing, and my go-to recipe. So that's all for people who registered. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed day 1 of Plan Like a Pro. Great seeing you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow right here, 4 p.m. Central.